Hi guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. So if you saw my last video, I did a Colourpop haul where I showed you guys the things that I got from Colourpop, and I said in that video that my next video I was going to film is trying out the products. So it has been exactly a week since I filmed that video and I have not tried out any of the products. They have been sat on my desk. Honestly, it's been the hardest thing not to try any of them out when I'm doing my makeup, but I didn't try any of them out. So you saw my real first impressions on almost all of the products, everything except the lips, because I had already tried out the lips. But yes, today's video is going to be me trying everything out, and I'm going to give you my first impressions on the products. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this look and what I think of the products, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's start with the eyebrows, because that's where I would usually start when I do my makeup. So I'm going to be using the Brow Boss eyebrow pencil, so it just looks like this. I already kind of think I'm not gonna like this as much as the rest of the products, just because I don't know, it's really thin. I feel like it's gonna take me quite a while to fill in my eyebrows, but let's give it a go anyway. Okay, so that's one eyebrow done. I guess it looks quite good in the camera, but close up, I'm not really sure. I feel like it did take me quite a while to do it. It's definitely more of like a natural brow, which I guess is good for like every day. I also feel like I use quite a lot. I don't know, it's just because my eyebrows are so dark and thick anyway, so I feel like I use quite a lot of product. But I'm gonna finish off the other brow and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I finished both eyebrows. Overall, I like how they look when they're done. They definitely look nice and filled in, dark, how I like them. I just think it took like double the time to get them properly filled in, so I would probably stick to just my normal pomade. But I don't know, for some days I'll probably use this, but yeah, I wish I got the other one, which is a little bit thicker. I feel like that would be better suited for my eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my eyes now. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to use the No Filter Concealer. So I always use concealer to prime my eyelids. That's just how I prefer to do it. So I have the shade Fair 5, which is the lightest shade, and I'm just going to pop some on my eyelids. No idea what the coverage is like. Then I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, coverage, pretty darn good. Oh my goodness. Whoa, I look crazy. Maybe I'll go with a bit less on this eye. So I quite like that concealer. It was creasing quite a bit, so I did go over just with my sponge, and I feel like that helped a bit. Okay, so for my eyes today, I'm going to be trying out the Supernova, oh, I nearly dropped it, the Supernova shadows. I think I'm probably going to end up using the shade Firecracker, which is the like burgundy shade. Of course using my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. First, I'm just going to take the shade Tempera just to put all over my eyes. Okay, so for my crease, I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange and just blend that through my crease. So now to deepen up the crease a little bit, I'm going to take Love Letter. Next, I'm going to take a mixture of Red Ochre and Venetian Red, and I'm just going to put that on my outer corner. Just want to add like a tiny bit of orange to my crease, so I'm going to take Real Gar and just blend that kind of on top of everything else. Then I'm going to quickly take Tempera again and just pop that along my brow bone just to clean it all up. Okay, now I'm going to take the Supernova shadow in Firecracker, and I want to create like a half cut crease with this, because as soon as I saw them I was like, oh my goodness, they'd be amazing for cut creases. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. And then to blend the edges, I'm just going to take my finger and just lightly tap on the edge. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I didn't use any concealer as like a base just because I wanted to try it out without the concealer. So I'm going to put this on the other eye and then I'll go back to you. Okay, so that is the Supernova shadows on and done. They are completely dry. Yeah, absolutely completely dry now. So when they dry, they dry. So I'm going to quickly finish off. I'm just going to add a mix of Cypress Umber and Red Ochre to my outer corner. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as I was trying to like blend just like up here a little bit, it's kind of just like taking off all of the Supernova shadow. Okay. And it's also just like falling all on my face. So this is definitely something that you want to do as like the last step of your eyes. When you're completely happy with all the eyeshadow, then you want to add this, because once it dries, it does not like to be blended with a brush at all. So I'm just gonna add a bit more. So I'm going to quickly add some mascara and then wipe off all this glitter fallout I now have. And then I'm gonna do my foundation off camera just because we're not here for the foundation, and then I'll get back to you when I'm adding my concealer. Okay, so I'm just going to give you my first impressions on the Supernova shadow. I do like them. It looks really, really nice on. I am slightly disappointed with them, but then again, I don't really know what I was expecting with it. I kind of did hope that when it dried, it kind of dried down and it stayed there and couldn't be like flicked off easily, which is kind of what happened, like you saw. But yeah, I've done my foundation, so now I'm going to move on to concealer. So you guys know I usually use the Collection concealer under my eyes. I've been using that for years now, but I got kind of bored with it, which is why I wanted to try this one out. So let's give it a go under my eyes. Okay, that's about as much as I would usually add with my Collection concealer. I also always blend my concealer with this brush, so let's give that a go. Whoa, I'm gonna try go over it with my sponge. In my camera it's making my under eyes look really bright, but I swear in person they don't look that bright, so I don't know. I do definitely think though this is a concealer to blend that is best blended out with a sponge. It looked okay with a brush, but yeah, maybe next time I'll try it just with a sponge, otherwise I'll have to go over it with the sponge after the brush. That's a lot of hassle. But I'm not going to use it on my face, like to cover up my blemishes, because I feel like that's way too light, although it is very good under my eyes because it's very brightening. So I am going to finish doing the rest of my face, and I'm going to get back to you when I put my highlighter on. I literally can't talk. I'll get back to you when I put my highlighter on. But yeah, first impressions of the concealer, I do really like it. I think it's a good shade for under my eyes, which is why I bought it. I wanted it for under my eyes. It feels nice. It's not too tacky. Yeah, Okay, so my base is all done. Now it's time to add the highlight. So for my highlight, I've got the Super Shock Cheek highlight in the shade Lunch Money. Looks like this. I think I'm going to try it with a brush, but I have a feeling this is going to be a highlight that I have to use with my finger. So I'm going to take the Real Techniques setting brush. So I'm going to take a bit on there and pop that on my cheekbones. I think that worked a little bit. Obviously you can't see it because you can never see my highlight in the camera, but I think that kind of worked. I am going to try though using my finger on the other side. Let's see how that works. So I've applied it with my finger on that side. It's definitely more intense, however I don't really like applying highlight with my finger, so I feel like am I even gonna use it if I've got to apply it with my finger? It is a really pretty highlight, like that's so pretty, but I definitely think it's one that I'm just gonna have to use my finger with. It's super pretty though. Wow. Like my Cupid's bow never looked that highlighted before in its life. So okay, overall first impressions, I'm obviously a bit upset that I do have to use my finger with it because for me I hate applying makeup with my finger, like I just hate it. However, I absolutely love the colour of it and how it looks, like that sheen. It looks amazing. I really like it. Okay, I think now I'm literally just going to finish off my eyes and then we will move on to lips because that's the only thing I have left to try. So yeah, let's quickly move on to eyes. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. I think all I'm going to do is just take a little pencil brush and the shade Love Letter and I'm just going to run that along my lash line. Okay, and then because I really want to try out the other shade, I'm going to put a bit on my inner corner. So this is the shade Walk of Fame. It's like the goldy shade. I think I'm going to put it on a brush. By the way, it doesn't really like to go on a brush very easily. Like I barely, you can't even see that, but like I barely got anything on there. But I'm just going to pop that on my inner corners. I like that. I really like that shade. It looks really cool. Okay, so the last thing to do is apply something on my lips. So all I've done is just wiped off the foundation stuff that was on there and applied a little bit of lip balm. So in my previous video, which was when I showed you guys everything that I got, I was wearing the lippy sticks in the shade Brink. So I've already tried that one on camera. So I'm not going to try that one again. I can't remember if I said anything about it, like how I feel about it, but I really like this. This shade, for one, is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It feels really nice on the lips. Although it is a matte shade, it doesn't feel too drying at all. So yeah, I really like this and would really recommend them. So today I'm going to be trying one of the Ultra Satin lips. I got two shades. I got the shades Frick and Frack and Barracuda, and not gonna lie, I've already tried these on my lips. As soon as I finished filming my last video, I put them on my lips just because I wanted to see if they looked any different on my lips, because when I was swatching them they looked pretty much exactly the same next to each other. So I was like, okay, let me put them on my lips because there's no way I bought two shades that look pretty much exactly the same. But yeah, on my lips they do look different. But yeah, I have already tried them. I really like how they feel on my lips. They're not too drying again because they're a satin formula, and yeah, they look really nice on my lips. So see, even in the tube they look like almost exactly the same, but this one here is Frickin' Frack, that's Barracuda. So I think I'm going to take the shade, we'll go with Frickin' Frack. I think this was the lighter one. There was one that was a lot darker and a lot deeper. I think it was, this one was the lighter one, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. Okay, so this is what the shade looks like on my lips. I really, really like the shade. It's nothing like any of the shades I own. I don't own anything this dark. I never have, just because, I don't know, I never feel very comfortable wearing them, but I really, really like it. I also feel like I've got all my teeth, which I do. That's great. But yeah, like I said, I love how these feel on my lips. They're not drying in the slightest. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Yeah, if you want me to do any more videos like this where I'm just trying out a load of like the same brand, let me know, because I'm really into doing them. Also, let me know what Christmas videos you want me to film. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're having a lovely week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!